right, Nick. Time to find that vault and get rich. Here goes nothing. Nice! I still got it. That was too easy. What? No! No!
Well, if it isn't Nick Steele, thought you could keep getting away with it, huh?
All right. No need to do anything crazy.
You're coming with us. We've got a surprise waiting for you.
Nick Steele, looks like I finally caught the Phantom.
Victor Vault. Wanted to rub it in my face that you finally caught me before sending me off to prison?
I could have you sent to prison right now if I wanted, but instead I have a proposition for you.
Go on.
I want to hire you to date my daughter. Take a walk with me.
You can't be serious. Date your daughter?
Yes, my daughter Vivian has become difficult lately. She needs guidance. You, with your skills, might temper her rebellious streak.
Why me?
Because you're a challenge, and she needs someone who won't bow to her whims. You do this, and all goes well, and there will be a generous prize at the end of it all.
A generous prize, huh? And if I refuse?
A lengthy prison sentence. Your choice.
If I do this, I want no strings attached. I want to be guaranteed freedom.
Of course, if you can do it.
All right, I'll do it. But this is insane.
Good. You start tomorrow. We have a cruise to catch.
Whoa, this place is crazy.
Stop acting poor. Here comes Vivian.
Who is he?
Hello, my loving daughter. It's so good to see you too.
Just answer the question, Dad.
This is Nick Steele. He's a suitor I've chosen for you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Vivian. Your father has told me much about you, but words failed to capture your beauty.
I'm sure he has. And I've told him, I'm not dating anyone he picks.
Vivian, give it a chance. Nick is a good man, and I think you two might get along well.
This isn't about getting along, Dad. It's about you trying to control my life.
Well, that went well.
She'll come around. Just give her some time.
Vivian, can we talk for a minute?
I don't want to talk to you, Nick.
Come on, give me a chance. I might surprise you. I can show you how to live on the wild side.
You think you're so clever, don't you? Nick, I told you for the last time. I don't want to see your wild side.
Wild side? How uncouth.
Who let in that hooligan?
Why, I never.
We'll talk later.
If you can keep up.
Hey, you must be Vivian's latest suitor. So, what's got you foolishly chasing around the richest girl in town all the way to the secret cruise party?
Name's Nick, and the story is long and complicated.
Name's Nick. My, you speak like one of those pores. You'll need to work on that. Anyway, I'm Tiffany Blake. You can call me Tiff. Vivian's best friend.
Really? Any advice for, poor romantic?
Good luck. That's my advice. She is a handful. You've gotten further than most, though. She tears down most guys brutally.
Wow, I guess some public humiliation isn't so bad after all.
If you manage to win her over, you're a miracle worker.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Be patient, and don't let her push you around.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Tiff.
No problem. Good luck, Nick.
Nick, where in the world were you? We thought you were busted for sure.
Hey, Eddie. It's a long story. What's he doing here?
I'm here to replace you, Nick. Someone had to step up.
I refuse to believe Tony would have hired you, Vince. Oh, I'm sorry. What are you going by now? Viper?
Nick, I'm sorry. As the fixer, I had to keep the gang doing jobs. With you missing, we had to bring in another member. Viper may be rough around the edges, but he gets the job done.
Tony, I get it. I do. But things have been complicated. I got roped into a deal with Victor Vault.
Victor Vault? The billionaire? You're telling me you're now working for the billionaire we sent you to rob?
Yeah, it was either that or prison. I chose the lesser evil.
Lesser evil? You're working for the guy that we're ripping off.
Seems old Nick here has gone soft. And that means there's an opening for a new top thief with my name on it.
Can it, Vince? There's a better chance of pigs flying than you beating me.
We're all on edge, Nick. We need you two to get along.
Fine.
Nick, there's something you need to know. The old man is out of prison.
Marcus? When did that happen?
Recently. He might want to reconnect.
This complicates things. Marcus has been locked up for years.
Just be careful. He's unpredictable.
Thanks for the heads up, Tony.
Anytime. Stay safe.
I will. Don't you think we should reach out?
Just cause he was once your mentor doesn't mean he's a friend now. Just watch your back.
I always do.
I hope your feet aren't hurting, because this shopping trip has only just begun. Of course, you better be a gentleman and hold my bags too. I mean, you are the one who asked for this, Nick. Thinking you could date me? Nick, what are you doing?
No guards, no cameras. This place is a gold mine.
What are you muttering about?
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to find something to buy you. But nothing here is as beautiful as you are.
Save your fake flattery for someone else, Nick. That's not what I want to hear.
Well then, how about dinner tonight? No shopping, just us.
Fine. One date. And only because I didn't think you would last this long.
Great. I promise it'll be amazing.
We'll see. You better be interesting. And the restaurant had better be 5 stars. You also better show up in clothes worthy of my date. I want someplace with a view, and it better have no wait time.
I almost wonder if jail would have been the better choice. What do you want, Victor?
That's Mr. Volt to you.
You're out of your mind if you think I'm calling you that.
Whatever. So you're finally making progress with Vivian. It's about time. I need you to control her, mold her behavior to be less destructive.
Easier said than done. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
And stay away from your own life. I know about your meetings.
You've been watching me?
I keep an eye on all of my assets. Don't disappoint me, Nick.
I'll do my best. But remember, this was your idea.
I expect results, Nick.
Hey, you're the one that spoiled her. I won't let you down. Just don't forget about my end of the bargain.
Oh, I have something big in store for you.
So Vivian, what do you do for fun?
Shopping, mostly. And you? What's your idea of fun?
Oh, you know, just living life on the edge. Reading occasionally.
A bookworm. I never would have guessed.
You know, maybe I'm actually an undercover spy and soon this whole place is going to go up in flames.
You have to be the strangest person I've ever dated.
Oh, so we are dating now.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Why don't you trust me, Vivian?
Why should I? My father picked you out of nowhere. You have to admit, it's suspicious.
Fair point, but I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to get to know you. Why are you so guarded?
You know what, Nick? You'll never understand what it's like for me to have everything, but still feel trapped and empty. You are just another cage for me my father arranged.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. At least we both like good food.
True, that's a start.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Just stick with me. We'll be fine.
Vivian! It really has been too long. Who's your friend? So, Vivian, where'd you find this guy? Doesn't look like he belongs here.
Brad, this is Nick. And he belongs here as much as anyone else.
Oh, really? What's his story then? Doesn't seem like the usual crowd, at least.
I'm here with Vivian. That should be enough.
Oh, come on, Nick. You must have an interesting background. Care to share?
That's enough, Brad. Nick is my guest, and I expect you to treat him with respect.
Whatever you say, Vivian. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
I didn't expect you to defend me like that.
He had it coming.
Who was that anyway?
Brad Harris, an ex from the Harris family.
The Harris family? They're pretty big. Did we make a mistake?
Please, they don't compare to the Volt family. Thanks for the ride, Nick. I had a lovely evening.
Let me get that for you.
Good evening, Miss Vivian. Mr. Nick.
Evening, Evelyn. Nick, this is Evelyn, my personal assistant.
Nice to meet you, Evelyn.
Likewise, Mr. Nick.
I'm heading to bed. Good night, Nick. Thanks again.
Mr. Nick, could I have a word?
Of course.
I've been meaning to talk to you about Vivian. I've noticed you two getting closer.
What's on your mind?
Vivian has been going through a rebellious phase lately. She's been difficult to manage, acting out in ways that are, well, worrying.
What kind of behavior are we talking about?
She's been sneaking out at night, mingling with people who don't have her best interests at heart. She's become more defiant towards her father as well.
Why do you think she's doing this?
Her father's strict expectations and constant monitoring have left her feeling suffocated. She's looking for ways to assert her independence, even if it's in self-destructive ways.
That makes sense. She does seem to have a lot of pressure on her.
Exactly. I've tried talking to her, but she just shuts me out. Mr. Nick, she needs someone who can be patient and understanding. Someone who can see past her defenses. I think you might be that person.
I'll do my best, Evelyn. I appreciate you telling me this.
It means a lot to me, and to her, even if she doesn't show it. Thank you for listening, Mr. Nick. I have a feeling you'll make a positive difference in her life.
I hope so. I really do.
Where are we going?
You'll see. Come on. This is the heart of the neighborhood. People here may not have much, but they're resilient and resourceful.
It's beautiful in its own way. Lexi?
Vivian! I can't believe it's you!
What are you doing here?
I live here now. After college, I decided I want to do something different. I need to find my own path, you know?
Vivian's been telling me about some of her old friends. It's good to finally meet one.
Nice to meet you too. Vivian and I go way back. I had to get away from all the expectations. It was tough at first, but I've never been happier.
Maybe it's time I start doing that too.
Nick, never thought I'd see you mingling with the high society types.
Marcus? How did you get out of prison?
Good behavior, they said. But we both know better, don't we?
Yeah, you always did have a way of slipping out of tight spots.
What are you doing here, Nick? Mixing with these elite types? You know better than that.
It's complicated, Marcus. I'm doing what I have to.
High society's a dangerous game. They're deceitful and ruthless. You've seen what they're capable of.
I know, but I've got my reasons. Victor Volt. He made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Vault? You're in deep, kid. Those people don't care about anyone but themselves. They'll chew you up and spit you out.
I'm handling it. It's just a job, Marcus. I'm keeping my eyes open.
Remember who you are, Nick. Remember what we did to survive. These rich folks aren't like us. They don't understand loyalty, and they don't play fair.
Vivian's different. She's not like them.
You're falling for her, aren't you? Don't let your guard down. They'll use your feelings against you. Trust me, kid. The rich are only loyal to their own kind.
I can handle it, Marcus. I've got a plan.
Who would have guessed? My best student, tangled up with the elite. You know I taught you better than this.
And who would have guessed my mentor would be out here giving life lessons in a market?
Life's full of surprises, isn't it? Just make sure you don't end up a cautionary tale.
Don't worry. I'm writing my own story.
Just remember, loyalty runs deep. Don't forget where you come from, and don't let them turn you into something you're not.
Vivian's different.
Stay sharp, Nick. I'll be watching.
This is my favorite spot in the city. It's where I come to think.
It's beautiful. I can see why you like it.
I grew up in a rough neighborhood like this. My mom worked multiple jobs to keep us afloat, and my dad, well, he wasn't around. I had to learn how to fend for myself pretty early on. I got through it though, learned to be resourceful. I guess you could say, life has a way of teaching you things school never can.
That must have been so hard.
It was, but it also made me who I am. Not exactly the white picket fence child.
My life hasn't been easy either, despite what it looks like. My father, he has these expectations. I've always felt suffocated by them. Everything I do is scrutinized. Every mistake is magnified.
That sounds exhausting.
It is. I just want to be my own person and make my own choices. But it feels like I'm always fighting against what he wants for me.
I guess we're both rebels in our own ways. Me against the world, you against the country club.
Yeah, something like that. You know, I once got grounded for a month for taking the yacht out without permission.
The yacht? Really roughing it, huh?
Hey, it's all relative. Besides, it's not like I didn't pay the crew double to keep quiet. I'm glad we had this talk. It's nice to be able to be open with someone.
Me too. I feel like I understand you better now.
And I understand you better too.
So then, shall we eat?
You bet. I'm starving.
Just you here, huh, Tony? You really got to work on your hideout.
Not everyone can be a famous thief. And look at you, the man of the hour.
That's right. So what's going on here?
The boys and I have been thinking, with your new connections, we've got a shot at something big. Something that could set us up for life.
What do you mean?
We're talking about a high-stakes job. Hitting one of those elite parties you've been attending. Kind of score that could retire us all.
I don't know, Tony. I've got a lot on my plate. This deal with Victor, it's not just about me anymore.
You mean the girl? Vivian?
Yeah, she's different.
Look, Nick, I get it. But you can't let your feelings cloud your judgment. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And what happens when this whole scheme gets found out? You think she's gonna stand by you?
Vivian's different. She's not like the rest of them.
Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. But you've got to look out for yourself. We've always had each other's backs.
I need some time to think about it.
Time's ticking, Nick. We can't wait forever.
I'll let you know, Tony.
We'll be here when you're ready.
You've got that look, Viv. What's on your mind?
It's Nick. I can't stop thinking about him. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm starting to see a different side to him.
Nick Steele, huh? You know, I swear I've heard that name before, but tell me, what's going on?
At first, I was so against the idea, but he's been different. He's kind, and he listens. He makes me feel like I can be myself.
That's great to hear, Viv. But you've got to be careful. You don't really know him yet.
I know.
Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't follow your heart. If he's making you happy, that's what matters. Just don't rush into anything. People can be complicated.
That's the thing, Lexi. I'm struggling with trusting him. I want to, but it's hard. And my father's constant pressure doesn't help.
I know, Viv. Just be true to yourself and don't settle for less than you deserve.
You're the best, Lexi. Thanks for always being there.
Anytime, Viv. Now, let's catch up on some less stressful topics.
Victor, what are you doing? Who is this Nick you have dating Vivian?
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? You think this will affect your little game of politics?
More like I'm afraid what people will think when my largest donor is colluding with a famous thief.
Calm down. He is a planned liability, one that we can use to our advantage.
What's the plan?
We make Nick the fall guy in that deal we talked about. If things go south, he takes the blame. We stay clean.
You're playing a dangerous game, Victor.
Danger is relative. The key is making sure Nick looks guilty.
And if he catches wind of it?
He won't. Not until it's too late.
You're ruthless, Victor, but effective.
It's business, and Nick's perfect for this role. No one will question his involvement once we lay the groundwork.
I'll make the arrangements. We need to ensure everything is airtight.
Good. I want this wrapped up quickly. Nick's getting too close to Vivian.
Consider it done. He won't know what hit him.
Excellent. Let's keep this between us. No need for loose ends.
Agreed to a successful plan.
Another grand ball.
What's got you down?
The company.
Vivian Vault, what a surprise to see you here. And who's your friend?
Graham Kinsley. This is Nick.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Kingsley.
I'm surprised your father let you out of his sight. Aren't you usually kept under lock and key?
I can make my own decisions, Graham.
Vivian's been a fantastic companion tonight. We were just talking about how much we admire the work you've done with Kingsley Enterprise. Truly impressive.
Well, thank you. But I'm sure you both know it takes more than admiration to run a successful business.
Absolutely. It takes vision, determination, and the ability to adapt. Qualities Vivian has in spades. She's quite the strategist.
Is that so? Well, we'll see how far strategy gets you in this world. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you for that. He was always trying to undermine my father.
No problem. I'm here to support you, remember?
I'm starting to see that. You're a good ally to have.
Want some water, babe?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, Lexi, what's up?
Vivian, I just remembered where I heard Nick Steele's name before. He's a famous thief. They call him the Phantom.
Are you sure?
Positive. Be careful, Viv.
Nick, we need to talk. Now.
What's wrong?
I just got off the phone with Lexi. She said you're a famous thief. The Phantom, they call you. Is it true?
Vivian, that's ridiculous. I'm not a thief. There are probably a lot of Nick Steeles out there.
Don't lie to me, Nick. I trusted you. Why didn't you tell me the truth?
Because there's nothing to tell. I'm not that guy, Vivian. You have to believe me.
How can I believe you when you keep hiding things from me?
I'm not hiding anything. You're letting some rumor get in the way of what we have.
I thought we were building something real. But how can we if you can't be honest with me?
You think it's easy for me? I've had to fight for everything. And now you're ready to throw it all away because of some stupid rumor.
Maybe you're right. Maybe this was all a mistake.
Vivian.
I need some time to think. Alone. I can't believe all of this. What do I do?
There she is, the Phantom's little rich girlfriend. How cute.
You want us to make a move, boss?
Not yet. Wait for the right opportunity.
She's leaving. You want us to follow her?
Yeah, let's do this.
What's the plan?
We grab her, we send a message to Nick. Let him know that playing with fire will get you burned, and remind him who he's dealing with.
Are you sure about this, boss? I mean, she's just a girl.
Exactly. A girl who means a lot to our dear Phantom. That makes her the perfect leverage.
All right, then. Let's have some fun.
Fun? Nah, this is business. And Nick Steele needs to be reminded who he's dealing with.
What am I doing? She deserves better than this mess. Better than me.
Hey, Phantom. Enjoying your new life?
Leo, what do you want?
Just a friendly warning. You better be careful. Don't want your new girlfriend to get hurt, do you?
What are you talking about? Leave her out of this.
Too late for that, Nick. You always got in my way, and now it's payback time.
Damn it, Leo! This is between us. She has nothing to do with this.
Oh, but she does. She's your new weakness, and weaknesses are meant to be exploited.
If you touch her, I swear.
Save your breath, Phantom. You know how this game is played. You made your choices. Now live with them.
Darn it, Leo! You're not touching her. This ends tonight, one way or another.
Well, well, well. Look who it is. A fancy little Miss Vault.
Huh? Who are you?
We're old friends of the Phantom. You're gonna help us deliver a message to him.
This is between us, Leo. Leave her out of it. Get away from her, now!
Nick?
Well, well, the hero arrives. You really think you can protect her from me?
I'm not letting you hurt her. Get out of here, or else.
You're in no position to make demands, Phantom, but I'll play along for now. Let's go.
Are you okay?
Yes, thanks to you. Who was that guy anyway?
A ghost from my past. I won't let him hurt you. Not ever.
What are we gonna do, Nick?
We're going to stay one step ahead of him. I promise. I'll keep you safe. Looks like Tony isn't here. You'll be safe here, Vivian. I promise.
Oh, this is all so overwhelming. I never thought I'd be in a situation like this.
I know. There's a lot to take in. But we're safe here, and we'll get through this together.
You've been amazing through all this. I don't know what I would have done without you.
You're stronger than you think, Vivian. We both are. What are you most afraid of?
Losing control. Not knowing what's going to happen next. And losing the people I care about.
I get that. I'm scared too. Scared of not being able to protect you. Scared of failing.
But you haven't failed, Nick. You kept me safe. You've been my rock.
I'll always be here for you, Vivian. No matter what.
I never expected to feel this way about you. but I'm glad you're here with me.
Me too, Vivian. Me too.
Whatever happens, we'll face it together, right?
Right. We'll protect each other, no matter what.
Nick Steele, right? Mind if I join you?
Do I have a choice?
Not really. I have some questions for you. So, Nick, tell me about your background. How does a guy like you end up mixed with someone like Victor Volt?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to live my life.
Come on, Nick. We both know that's not the whole story. I've been digging into your past. You have quite the reputation.
What do you want, Rachel?
The truth. For starters, why don't you tell me about your involvement with Victor Volt's business? It seems like an odd partnership, considering your background.
I'm done talking to you.
And what about Vivian? She seems to be caught in the middle of you two. Do you care about her? Or is she just another pawn in your game?
Vivian has nothing to do with this. Leave her out of it.
Touchy subject, huh?
What are you getting at, Rachel?
Just letting you know that I'm watching. There's more to come. And I have a feeling it's going to be quite the story. I'll see you around, handsome.
Darn it. This just keeps getting worse. Vivian, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I just read about your past, Nick. All the crimes, the lies. How could you keep this from me?
Vivian, I can explain.
Explain? How do you explain being a criminal?
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Then why, Nick? Why didn't you tell me the truth?
Vivian, it started as a deal with your father. He caught me, and instead of pressing charges, he offered me a deal. Date you, keep you under control. That's how it began, but...
So everything was a lie. Every moment we shared, every word you said.
No, I mean yes, but it started like that, but it changed. I changed. I care about you, Vivian.
And what about the call from Lexi? You lied to me then too. Told me it was just a coincidence.
I never meant for any of this to happen.
I trusted you, Nick. I let you in, and you lied to me every step of the way.
Vivian, please. I know I messed up, but my feelings for you are real.
I need space, Nick. I need to figure out what's real and what's not.
I understand. Take all the time you need. I'll be here waiting.
Here, Viv. Drink this water. It'll help.
Thanks. I don't know what to do. Nick lied to me about everything.
We know, Viv, but you need to see the bigger picture. Your father's been manipulating you too.
What do you mean?
Nick told you about the deal with your dad, right? That's huge. Your dad used him to control you.
I don't understand why everyone's lying to me.
Because they're scared of your father. But you're stronger than this, Viv. You've always been strong.
You don't have to let them control you. You can take charge of your own life.
But what about Nick? Can I ever trust him again?
Trust takes time, and he needs to earn it. But this isn't just about Nick. It's about you standing up for yourself.
We're here for you, no matter what. You're not alone in this.
You're right. I need to take control of my life. I can't let them dictate my choices anymore.
That's the spirit. You've got this, Viv.
And we've got your back, always.
Nick, we need to talk. You can't keep living in two worlds.
I know, Marcus, but it's not that simple.
It is. You have to choose. The old life or a new path with Vivian.
I care about her, but I don't know if I can just walk away from everything I know.
Nick, you've already been caught. This high society game you're playing, it's a trap. You think they'll ever accept you?
I thought maybe I could change things.
They'll never see you as anything but a criminal. You need to abandon this charade before it destroys you and everything you care about.
What if I can't do it? What if I fail?
We all have doubts, but staying in this life means losing everything, including her.
I never wanted to hurt her. I want to be better.
Then be better. Make the choice and commit to it. You've got a chance at something real. Don't waste it.
I'll do it. I'll leave the past behind. For her and for me.
Good. It's not going to be easy, but it's the right thing to do.
Thanks, Marcus. I needed this.
Anytime, kid. Now go make things right. Thank you for coming, Mrs. Pallet. We have a situation that requires your expertise.
Always a pleasure, Victor. What's the crisis this time? You only ever call me when it's something you can't fix using your men.
It's about my daughter and that man, Nick Steele. The media is already sniffing around. I need to bury the fact that he's a criminal. Can we make that disappear?
Bearing a past like his is nearly impossible, Victor. His record is public and well known now. You do realize that you're asking me to bury criminal records. It can be done, but anybody can get the records with the right amount of cash.
Then we need to shift the narrative. Make sure the articles don't mention him or Vivian at all. I don't want our names dragged through the mud.
That's more manageable. We can divert the story elsewhere, create a distraction. Nothing I haven't done before. We can bring up that one scandal that Leo tried to bury a few years ago. But his people didn't do a good enough job.
Exactly. Focus on something else entirely. We need to keep the spotlight off of us.
Understood. We can run stories on other scandals or highlight a new unrelated controversy. Anything to keep the attention away from Nick and Vivian.
Good. Make sure it's effective. I want this handled quickly and cleanly.
I'll get my best journalists on it. We'll flood the media with other news, ensure no one digs too deep into Nick's past or your connection to him.
Perfect. I trust you to manage this, Mrs. Pallet. No slip-ups. You know what happened to the journalist before you. Don't mess up.
Yes, I know. He doesn't have a career and works at the gas station. You bring it up each time you hire me. When have my people failed you?
There's always a chance. I don't want my daughter to go through this. She cares about that boy. Have I made myself clear?
Don't worry, Victor. By the time we're done, no one will be talking about Nick Steele.
This needs to happen quickly. The longer his name is connected to ours, the more damage he can do.
Consider it done. We'll turn the tide in your favor.
Thank you, Mrs. Pallet. Make sure this all goes away. Nick Steele, just the man I was looking for.
Detective Cooper, what do you want?
A conversation, and perhaps a deal.
A deal? What makes you think I'm interested?
You're in deep, Nick. The press has already painted you as a criminal, but you could turn this around. Help us take down Victor Vault.
And why would I do that? I'm already seen as the bad guy. What's in it for me?
Potential freedom, reduced charges, maybe even a chance to clear your name. You give us what we need on Victor's illegal activities, and we can help you.
You think I have that kind of information? Victor doesn't exactly share his dirty secrets with me.
You've been close enough. You've seen things, heard things. Every little detail helps.
Even if I did help, I'm still caught in the public eye. They won't see me as a hero, just a snitch.
Anything might happen, Nick. The public can be swayed, but you need to take that first step. Think about Vivian. You want to protect her, right? This could be your chance.
Don't bring her into this. She's already been through enough because of me.
Then do the right thing. Help us take down the real villain. Victor's been manipulating everyone, including you. This is your chance to make things right.
I need time to think.
Take the time you need. But remember, this offer won't last forever. We need to move fast before Victor covers his tracks. Think about it, Nick. You could be the one to bring him down.
Dad? How could you?
Vivian, what's the meaning of this?
I'm done, Dad. I know what you've been doing, using me and Nick to further your own agenda. It's manipulative and wrong.
Vivian, you don't understand. Everything I've done is to protect you and our family.
Protect me? By controlling my life and using Nick as a pawn? You don't care about me. You care about your power and reputation.
That's not true. I've always had your best interests at heart. Nick is a criminal. I had to keep an eye on him for your sake.
No, you had to control him to protect yourself. You've been manipulating everyone around you. Well, I'm done being your puppet.
I'm your father, Vivian. Everything I do is for your future. You're too young to understand the complexities of these situations.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm capable of making my own decisions, and I'm deciding to take control of my life. You need to let go.
Maybe I've made some errors, but you have to stay away from Nick now. It's too dangerous.
Stay away from Nick? No, Dad, I won't. I care about him, and I'll make my own decisions.
Vivian, listen to me. You're making a mistake. Nick isn't who you think he is.
And you're not who I thought you were. I'm leaving, Dad. I need to find out who I am without your influence.
Vivian, wait. Let's talk about this.
There's nothing more to talk about. I'm done being manipulated. It's time I live my own life.
She'll do as I say, sooner or later.
Hey, Tony.
Nick, we need to talk. Got a proposition for you.
Another job?
Not just any job. This is the one, Nick. The final heist. The big score that could set us up for life.
Tell me more.
Meet me at your hideout in an hour. We'll go over the details.
All right, I'll be there. Where's Eddie?
Don't know. Seems he chickened out. Glad you could make it, though. Vince will be here later.
What's the target?
A high-end delivery was just delivered to the Vault estate. Word on the street is they had a collection come in that's worth millions. Security's tight, but with your skills and my planning, we can pull it off.
Tony, this sounds risky. You know what's at stake for me now.
I get it, Nick. But think about the payoff. This could be our ticket out. No more small jobs, no more running, just one last heist, and then we're done.
I don't know, I've got complications. Things have changed.
You mean the girl, right? Vivian?
Yeah, she's part of it. I can't risk her getting caught up in this.
Nick, you're good at what you do. You can keep us safe. Besides, this job will set you both up for life. Think about it. Freedom, security, all the things you want for her.
I don't want to lose her, Tony.
You won't. This is about securing your future with her. Just one last job, and then you're out. For good.
And if it goes wrong?
We faced worse. We know the risks, and we know how to handle them. Trust me, Nick. This is it. Our final score.
All right. I'm in. But this is the last time. No more after this.
Deal. We're gonna make history, Nick.
All right, we've got the layout and security schedules, but there's still key information we're missing.
We need those security override codes and the exact timing of the guard shifts. Without that, we're flying blind.
Can we get someone on the inside?
Nick, what about Vivian? She knows the place inside and out. We could get her to give us the details.
No, I'm not dragging her into this any more than she already is.
You won't have to. Just trick her into giving you the information. She won't even know.
I said no. She's been through enough because of me.
He's right, Nick. We need those details. It's the only way to pull this off. If we don't get the codes, we're taking a huge gamble. You know that.
All right, I'll talk to her, but I'm not happy about it.
Good. Just get what we need, and we'll do the rest.
This doesn't change anything. We're doing this because we have to, not because I want to.
All right, let's get everything else ready. Nick, you handle Vivian. We'll be set to go as soon as you have all the info.
I'll do what I can, but this better be worth it.
It will be, Nick. Trust me.
Vivian, we need to talk. Can I come in?
Nick? What's wrong?
I've been keeping something from you. Something big.
What is it, Nick?
I was supposed to trick you into giving me information for a heist. My crew needs security codes and schedules. At first, I thought I could deceive you to get what I needed.
A heist. You were going to use me?
No, I mean, yes. That was the plan initially, but I couldn't do it, Vivian. I care about you too much. That's why I'm telling you the truth now.
I can't believe this. Why would you even think about doing something like this?
Because we're in too deep. My crew and I, we're on the line here. But more importantly, I want to get out of this life. For you, for us. I couldn't go through with it without being honest.
Why didn't you tell me from the beginning?
I wasn't sure what your stance with your dad was at, so I didn't want to bring it up, just for you to snitch on us. I had to be sure that we could trust you. And well, here we are.
So what now? You need those codes and schedules to pull this off. Then you're going to leave me as everybody does after they've gotten what they needed from me?
Yes, but I'm asking for your help, not tricking you. I would never use you, then leave you, Vivian. I care about you. This could be our way to take down my crew's biggest enemy and your father's empire, but I need you to trust me.
You're asking me to help with a heist against my own father. What if we get caught? I'll never be able to leave the house again.
I know it's a lot, but it's our only shot at stopping him and getting out of this mess. I promise you weren't going to get caught. Even if we would find a way to make sure you're safe and far away from your father. You won't ever be used again.
All right, I'll help you. But this better not be another lie, Nick. I'm trusting you.
Thank you, Vivian. I promise. No more lies. We're in this together.
Nick Steele has become a liability. The media buzz around him makes him useless to us now.
Agreed. The public eye is all over him. We need a new plan to protect your interests and maintain control.
We need to distance ourselves from this mess and pivot. Nick's connection to us is too risky now. We can't afford any loose ends.
What do you propose?
We redirect attention, use the media to our advantage, shift the narrative, make Nick the sole focus of any criminal activity, and steer clear of our involvement.
And how do you plan to do that?
We plant stories, leak information that paints Nick as the mastermind behind everything. His criminal past works in our favor here. We need to play this smart.
I see. Using his reputation against him. But what about the evidence he has on you?
That is a concern. We need to discredit him completely, make him seem desperate, unreliable. Once his credibility is shot, anything he tries to reveal about us will be dismissed as the ravings of a criminal trying to save himself.
And if he has substantial proof?
We'll make sure it never sees the light of day. I have people who can handle that. We also need to reinforce our connections.
All right. What about the media? How do we handle them directly? If the details of our business agreement get out, I'll be removed from office before I can try to save face. Meaning, you lose all your special influences, and I'll lose everything. And I promise you, the next mayor won't be as kind to your dealings.
We'll use Mrs. Pallet. She's skilled at manipulating public perception. We feed her the right information, and she'll craft the narrative we need. We also need to ensure our financial backers remain confident. Show them we're still in control.
It's a risky strategy, but it could work. We need to move quickly. This entire incident of yours needs to be covered up before things get any more complicated. I'm risking my job by even being in this room right now.
Calm yourself. This will all be done long before the city's any the wiser. Speed is essential. We can't afford to lose momentum. Nick Steele will be our scapegoat, and we'll emerge unscathed. It's all about control and perception.
Let's proceed then. I'll handle the political side, make sure our allies are on board, and the necessary strings pulled. No police or government officials will respond to anything unless I say so.
Good. And I'll handle the media and financial aspects. We will have everything sorted long before anyone has the chance to hear anything about it. Together, we'll make sure this goes our way.
To a successful outcome, Victor.
Indeed. We can't afford anything less.
All right, everyone knows their roles. Stick to the plan, and we'll be in and out before they know it.
Security detail shifts every 20 minutes. We have a narrow window to get past them.
I've got the surveillance on loop. We're invisible, but only for 10 minutes.
Escape routes are set. The van's ready. We've got backup plans if things go south.
If anything goes wrong, we abort immediately. No risks, no heroics. Understood?
We've faced worse. We've got this.
All right, it's showtime. Let's move.
Remember, we're ghosts. In and out.
Nick, I'm in. I've got eyes on the security feeds.
Good. What's our first move?
There's a patrol heading your way. Wait until they pass, then move to the east entrance. It'll be clear for 60 seconds.
We're in position. What's next?
The entrance is clear. Head straight, then take a left. I'll disable the cameras for you.
We're at the door. Cameras are down?
Yes, you're clear. Be quick.
Vivian, we're in. What's next?
Head to the vault. I'll keep an eye on the guards. Move now.
We're at the vault. How are we looking?
You're good. No guards in sight. Start the process.
We're making good time. Keep those updates coming, Vivian.
Will do. Good luck, guys.
Look at this. It's everything. All of Victor's illegal activities.
Oh, this is big, Nick. Real big.
This could bring him down. We've got leverage.
Yeah, but it's dangerous. If Victor finds out we have this,
what do?
We take it. This could be our way out. It's risky, but we can't leave it behind. This is a game changer. We can use this to protect ourselves and take Victor down.
Let's move. We got what we need.
Stay sharp. We're not out of this yet. Vivian, we tripped an alarm somehow. Get out of there.
I'll meet you out front. Go.
Come on, guys. Let's get out of here.
We can't get caught. Not with all this evidence.
That's not going to happen.
We're almost there. Keep going. The van's just ahead. Vivian, you're here.
Nick, I can't believe you actually made it out.
I would never leave you behind.
We're not out of this yet, kiddos. Get in.
Let's blow this popsicle stand. That's what criminals say. Right, Nick?
We'll work on that. Marcus, get us out of here.
Come out with your hands up. This is the police.
My father isn't kidding around.
I've got this. Detective Cooper, it's Nick Steele. We don't want any trouble. Let's talk.
Nick Steele, you're surrounded. Surrender now and no one gets hurt.
They don't want to hear me out. Vault's influence is too great.
What do we do, Nick?
We need assurance. We're not walking out into a firing squad. Detective, we'll come out, but we need guarantees. No one gets shot. We all walk out alive.
Nick, you don't have much time. We need you to surrender now. You've got 5 minutes to come out peacefully, or we're coming in.
5 minutes? That's not enough time.
All right, everyone stay calm. We'll think of something. So, what are we thinking?
I ain't giving myself up to no coppers. We're coming in, Steele. Time's up.
I'll make a distraction. You all get out.
Nick, no. You can't do this.
Promise me you'll get her out safe.
I promise.
Go, now.
Come on, this way.
Here I am, over here.
Nick.
Keep moving, Vivian. We need to go. It didn't have to be this way, Nick. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, today marks a significant victory for our city. Last night, the infamous criminal Nick Steele was apprehended thanks to the bravery and dedication of our police force. I want to commend these brave men and women who risk their lives every day to keep our streets safe. Their efforts are a testament to the beauty and justice of our great city.
Mr. Mayor, what about the alleged connections between Victor Volt and Nick Steele? Shouldn't you know, given that Victor Volt is one of your largest donors?
Miss Adams, this is a day to celebrate the hard work of our police force. We will not let baseless accusations tarnish this moment.
Baseless? There are credible sources linking Victor Volt to Nick Steele's criminal activities. Are you denying any knowledge of this?
Detective Cooper, why don't you address this?
Last night, at approximately 10 p.m., Nick Steele was apprehended. He is currently being held in the city jail under close supervision. The arrest was executed without incident, ensuring the safety of our community.
Detective Cooper, what will happen to Nick now? Will he be facing charges related to Victor Volt?
Miss Adams, we are not at liberty to discuss ongoing investigations or potential charges at this time. No further questions.
Thank you, Detective. Let us all remember the dedication of our police force and the importance of upholding justice in our city. Together, we will continue to fight for a safer and brighter future. Thank you.
Nick Steele, we meet again.
What do you want, Cooper?
Information on Victor Volt. You know things that could bring him down.
And why should I help you?
Because it's your chance to make things right. For Vivian. For yourself.
You think taking down Victor will fix everything?
It's a start. You've seen what he's capable of. You have the evidence to stop him.
If I talk, I'm a snitch. But if I stay silent, He keeps ruining lives.
This isn't just about you, Nick. Think about Vivian. Do you want her under his control forever?
I don't want her to suffer because of me, but turning on Victor, it's dangerous.
Life's full of risks, but this could be your shot at redemption. Do something good for once.
What happens if I help you?
Protection, reduced sentence, a chance to start over.
All right, I'll do it. For Vivian.
You're making the right choice, Nick.
Victor, the evidence against you is overwhelming. Your manipulative tactics and illegal activities have put this company at risk.
This is a betrayal. I built this company from the ground up. You wouldn't have anything without me.
Your actions have already been exposed and set in circles, Victor. It's only a matter of time before the authorities come for you.
You think you could just cut me out? You're nothing without me.
We're protecting our interests. We can't afford to be associated with your crimes. We're cutting loose ends. You'd do the same to us.
You ungrateful snakes. This company is mine. You think you can run it without me?
You're finished, Victor. Effective immediately, you are removed from your position. Security will escort you out.
You'll regret this. Every single one of you will regret this.
The only one who will regret anything is you, Victor. I'm afraid your time is up.
This is just the beginning of the cleanup. Let's ensure that we restore trust in this company.
Vivian, you came!
Of course I did, Nick. I needed to see you. We have a lot to talk about.
I didn't expect you to come after everything that happened. I thought you'd never want to see me again.
It's been a lot to process, but I've had time to think, and I understand why you did what you did. You were trying to protect me, even if it meant putting yourself at risk.
I made so many mistakes, Vivian. I didn't want to drag you into this mess. You deserve better.
Nick, we all have our pasts. I've seen you struggle, and I know you want to change. I believe in you. I always have.
I don't deserve your forgiveness. I've lied. I've stolen. I've hurt people. I'm not the man you think I am.
You are, Nick. You've shown me kindness and courage. You've risked everything to keep me safe. That means something. It means a lot.
I want to be better, Vivian. For you, for us, but I don't know how to start.
You've already started. Admitting your mistakes, being honest with me, that's the first step. And I'm here to support you. We'll figure it out together.
You really mean that? Even after everything?
Yes, Nick. I love you. I believe in second chances. We can build a better future, one step at a time.
I love you too, Vivian. I promise. I'll do everything I can to make things right, to be the man you deserve.
We'll take it one day at a time. When you get out, we'll start fresh, together.
Thank you, Vivian, for believing in me, for giving me hope.
Always, Nick. Always.
Nick, how are you holding up?
Doing my best. What's going on? Why are you here?
I've got some good news for you. We've been working hard to bring Victor Vault to justice. The evidence you provided was crucial. He'll be behind bars soon.
That's a relief. But what does that mean for me?
It means I put in a good word for you. Considering your cooperation and the role you played in bringing Victor down, I managed to secure your parole.
Parole? Really? I can't believe it.
Yes, Nick. You're getting out on probation. You've got a second chance to turn your life around.
Are you sure? I feel like I haven't totally earned it. I've done a lot of bad things in the past. I've hurt a lot of people.
It's true that you've stolen a lot from a lot of people, but it was thanks to what you and I learned from those experiences that we can help make things better.
You did?
I learned a lot from studying your past crimes, and Victor being in prison is going to make life a lot better for a lot of people. And while it doesn't excuse what you did in the past, it's thanks to you making the right decisions in the present that we can help a lot more people.
Thank you, Detective. I don't know how to repay you.
Just stay out of trouble, leave your criminal past behind, and make the most of this opportunity. You've got people who care about you. Don't let them down.
I won't. I promise. This time, I'm going to do things right.
Good. You've got a future ahead of you, Nick. Don't waste it.
Thank you, Detective, for everything.
You're welcome. Now go out there and make a difference.
This is it. A new beginning.
see!
Vivian, I've missed you so much. It feels like a lifetime, even if it's only been a couple of hours.
We've both been through so much, but we're here now, together.
Vivian, I promise you I'm done with that life. No more crime, no more lies. From now on, it's honesty and integrity. I'm committed to a new path for us.
I believe you, Nick. We've both changed, and we've both grown. Now we can focus on building our future together.
What do you see in that future? What are your dreams? What kind of life would you want to live if there was nobody watching and you could live as you wanted? What life would make you happy?
I want to travel, see the world, maybe start a charity, help those who need it most. And I want us to have a family, a home filled with love and laughter. Nothing like the life I live right now under my father's watch.
I want that too, a fresh start. I've got skills, and I can put them to good use. Maybe start a legitimate business, something we can build together.
Maybe you could work in security, help people protect themselves from the kind of person you used to be. You could really help people.
Yeah, I feel like with my knowledge, I could help a lot of people and prevent crimes around the world before they even happen. The future really is bright as long as we care about each other.
Imagine the places we'll go, the things we'll do. We can make a real difference, Nick.
And we'll do it together. No more looking back, only forward.
Our pasts are behind us. It's time to create a future we're proud of.
Thank you for believing in me, Vivian, for giving me a reason to change, and for believing that I can be the change that I want to be.
Thank you for choosing to change, Nick. For choosing me. For choosing us.
This feels like old times, doesn't it? Just us enjoying a simple moment.
It does. It's nice to just be together without all the chaos.
Well, look who's playing house. The Phantom and his princess.
Leo, what are you doing here? Leave us alone.
You think it's that easy, Nick? No more joking around. It's payback time!
Nick, be careful!
Enough, Leo. This ends here.
Forget this. You ain't worth it!
Marcus, you saved us!
I told you, Nick. I've got your back.
Nick? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Thanks to Marcus. Let's get out of here. Hard to believe we made it through all that, huh?
You said it. I'm just glad we can finally be together.
I feel the same way.
We're going to make it, Nick.
Absolutely. We've got a lot to look forward to. Vivian, I can't imagine my life without you. You've changed me for the better and given me a reason to hope again. Will you marry me?
Yes, Nick. Yes, I'll marry you.
Here's to a new beginning.
To our future.
Nick, daughter, you have to help me. We can still turn this around. You know I can make it worth your while.
No, Victor. It's over. You've manipulated us for too long.
Think about what you're saying. I have connections, resources. We can all come out of this on top.
Enough, Dad! You've caused nothing but pain and chaos. We're not going to let you continue.
Vivian, sweetheart, I did everything for you. To protect our family, to ensure our legacy. You can't turn your back on me now.
This isn't about legacy or family. It's about you and your need for control. We're done being your pawns.
Sweetheart, please. Don't you remember the time we went to the beach and we played for hours?
This isn't the point, Dad. That thing you did years ago won't make up for the constant manipulation you've had over me for years.
Please, I was doing this for you. When I lost your mom, I had to do everything I could to make sure you were safe. I bought you everything you asked for and made sure you were always happy. Why can't you accept your dad's apology?
You really don't get this, do you? Yes, you bought me stuff, but you were never there for me. You were never a dad for me. Then you went ahead and used me as your pawn. I can't live this life anymore.
You ungrateful little. You think you can survive without me? You're nothing without my protection.
Victor Vault, it's over. You're under arrest for a long list of charges, including fraud, embezzlement, and conspiracy.
You can't do this to me. I built everything. You'll regret this.
Thank you, Detective. Take him away.
Nick and Vivian, today you begin a new journey together. Please exchange your vows.
Vivian, you've changed my life in ways I never imagined. I promise to love you, trust you, and support you, no matter what challenges we face. Here's to our new beginning.
Nick, you've shown me what true love and strength mean. I vow to stand by you, cherish you, and build a life filled with joy and adventure. I'm so grateful to start this journey with you.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Yeah!
Yes!
Congratulations, you two!
Go, girl!
That a boy, Nick.
Here's to our forever.
To our new beginning, Nick. Together.